Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the second part of shop tutorial. So let's get started. So first of all, the system we made in the previous tutorial, the part 1 of this, that was a very unstable system. Here you can see this is very irritating. Go to front and then go backward 2 layers. If we have many layers like 40 to 50, that is very irritating. So what we can do is, first of all, just remove this from every sprite or every clone, and also remove this shop open is equal to 0. And now we can just delete the variable shop open, and also remove this from everywhere, and just remove this from here and also from here, and remove this open shop and close shop. And now we have the clean, and you can just delete now. So now what we're gonna do is, when I receive start, it will just create clones. Instead of this, we can just put here when I receive open shop, then it will build 4 clones and 0. And we also need to do this, like when I receive start, build 1, so this will build the shop button, and other 4 will be after that, so we'll start from 1 here. And in total we have 4, so we can make 3, so total will be our 4, 3 plus 1 4. And we can make a delete system like this, like you can make a variable called delete all clones for the spread only, and okay, and make that hidden. Then we can just put here, like when I receive open shop forever if, oh sorry, remove this, when I start as a clone forever if delete all clones is equal to 1, then delete this clone. So the clone will be deleted as soon as this variable is 1. So to make that 1, so we can just put here when I receive close shop, so it has to delete when it closes. So set delete all clones to 1, and then duplicate this, set delete all clones to 0. So this will be directly 0 because this is very fast and Scratch cannot detect this. So we can just put a wait for 0.1 second. We can add a delay. So now this should work, but first we have to see that our bot variable will be resetted, as we don't have any reference to it. So we can just make thing like a script, and we can put if else bullet guns bot contains the name of this. You can just put your name like gun 1, and here you can see if it contains like this, so it will just set bot to 1, and else it will set bot to 0. And we are not resetting every time our list for this gun spot, so it will work every time. And you can also remove this and put it here before this forever loop, so it will automatically detect everything that is happening. And this is only resetted when I start the game. Here you can see when I receive start, delete all clones of gunspot, delete all of gunspot, and then add gun 1 to gunspot. So now you can see when we play, we have this, and now we have bought this. We can close this, but here you can see this is not the visible, the button is not visible. So to do that we can just go to this delete script, and you can just put here and not, and put this inside of that, and not we can just put here, and we can make a variable called exception for the spread only, and okay, and then make it hidden. And we can just set exception to 1 for this shop button only, so that this is an exception. And we can just put here exception is equal to 1, and you can just remove this and put here exception is equal to 0. If it is it should delete the clone, and the exception, it is not an exception, then only it will delete this clone. So to make this work better, you can just put here set exception to 0, so that it doesn't every time just take the every clone has exception 1 if we set it by mistake. You can just put it both here and here. So now you can see when I click play, and here you can see the shop is, this is bought. And when we remove this, so to fix that we can just do the thing like just remove this and put it here. And you can also put here an if else statement and put this in the else, and duplicate this and put it here, and put your clone number is equal to 1. So then it will just stop the script. So it will stop the script if the clone number is 1, which is of our shop button, or else it will just play this script for every clone. And just remove this exception variable and also delete it from here. So it will delete from everywhere. And here you can see when I play, click this bot, we can go back, and here you can see the button is still there. You can just go back, and here you can see the shop system is working. But the tutorial hasn't ended here. We can just make more things in shop today. So we can make a menu system in shop today. So we can just edit this layout to something like menu with the menu buttons. So make your menu buttons and edit this layout. So yeah, I have my menu ready. Here you can see I have these 3 buttons as my menus. So this will be the first menu, the guns, then the backdrops, and then the misc. And here I have shifted this a little bit down. So now you can just make some, I know this doesn't look that good, but this is just for a sample. You can make your own, and we will do changes in the next of our series, in next part of our series, or any other part of our series. So for now, this is the main thing. And now to make that, we can just first of all delete this item 1 and duplicate this. If you have changed the position of this but item, you can just delete everything except this, just like this, and name this item 1. And you can just segregate these 3 buttons too, and name these like shop menu number 1 or just menu number 1. Yeah, I have these segregated, and you can just now go to code, and we can start your coding. So just duplicate the end one and name this 5, and the costume will be in menu number 1. So this will be the same, but if it touches, it will just, let's make a variable called shop menu, and for all sprites, okay, and then make it hidden, then set shop menu to 1. So this will be the first one. So this will just do this thing, and just duplicate this, and 6, just change the costume and then set it to 2, and just duplicate this, set it to 7, costume number 3, and this will be 3. So here we have this, and you can just add this. Total we have 7, so we can just put here 6 and 1 7. And now you can see when I play shop, you can see we have these 3 buttons, but when I change these, this doesn't work. And here you can see the game is still resumed, so the enemies are coming and player can shoot. So you can just fix it by just putting a set resume to 0 by when the shop is open, and resume to 1 when it is closed. So put this here when open shop, and this will be in the closed shop one. So we can just pause the game, and the next thing we can do this, like the first item is a gun, so we can just put it in the menu 1. As here you can see the first menu is guns. So to make this work, we can just put here an if else statement, shop menu is equal to 1, then it will just show, or else it will hide. And we can just put this script in show 1, and else it will hide. So this will just do the work for us, and we can just put in every item we want. You can also change this to change the menu number. So I'm just changing it to 1, and here you can see when I play, now the game is paused and we cannot shoot. And when I change the menu, here you can see when I click on backdrops, it is just disappearing, and missed. It is disappeared. And when I go back to guns, here you can see this is just appearing. So this was the menu system, and now you can add items and just change this to 2 or 3. I will show you some items and setup in the next tutorial. So I'll make another part on this shop. So shop part 3. Be ready for it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Hope you enjoyed the video, and comment down below on what thing you wanna add in this game in the next part of this series, or the after the shop part of this series. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next tutorial.